Dan,
Did
how's it feel to know that me and Chris just play musical chairs here every week and the song stops and one of us is here and you don't know which one it is?
Right. I think I'm going to be named permanent host of this program, and you guys will just be rotating guest hosts. It's just going to be Jeopardy, basically, for the two of you just popping in. I was so devastated when my streak came to an end at 66 episodes without missing one, and then having to start a new one. But I already had the longest streak again at like 4, so we're on the path.
Dude, it's so ridiculous. I don't even know why. It's just Wednesdays. I don't know what it is with Wednesdays, and my non-schedule is Wednesdays. I have no idea why, but it's not every Wednesday because obviously I'm right here. I could have started doing the brunch breakdown at like 11 a.m. this morning and just kept going for 5 hours. But like, I don't know what it is. Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday's a tricky day. We try to pick a safe middle of the week day, right, for everybody, for all three of us, and for some reason that just pops up from time to time for you this week. For Chris, just Wednesday is not your day sometimes. So
yeah, Chris is recovering from the Western Michigan flu. Get well. It passed you. You got the Western Michigan vaccination, I guess.
I did. I got it beforehand because I knew what MAC opponents can do. I've been down that road and I've seen it, in the firsthand many times. So I got to just be safe. Yeah.
All right. First question, have to ask you, what were you doing 10 years ago? 10 years ago, September 29th, have you thought about what you were doing 10 years ago?
Holy cow. So that would have been 2011. I had just moved to North Carolina. I had, within weeks actually of this, just moved to North Carolina for a job down there, leaving my position at Kent State University, being around on a college campus even after graduating, and picking up, changing my life, and making the big move, quote unquote, down to North Carolina and getting adjusted down there. So yeah, that's 10 years ago, almost exactly.
Okay, see, the reason I bring this up is because the app Time Hop always takes you back, and there was just a ridiculous tweet about being out that I had retweeted of a friend, and I'm not going to say who it was, and I was like, man, 10 years ago feels like a long time, but it kind of feels like longer. I feel like I've turned into I've been 6 different people since September of 2011. Right. I was still doing radio for free in 2011. I'm not doing anything for free now. That feels honestly, it feels like 10 years is whoa, that was a long time. But also if you told me that was 20 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
You're right. I'm with you there. And Time Hop has been absolutely on fire lately, by the way, for me. I know it has a lot of memories that you're involved with, but 10 years, there's been so many different segments within that 10-year period where it doesn't seem that like that long, but it felt like I lived 3 to 4 different lives and personalities during that time frame, during that period. So it's kind of wild to think about. You think 10 years, whatever, but oh boy, have I certainly changed as a human being in that amount of time. That's for sure.
Just think about the stuff that's in our lives that wasn't in 2011. You couldn't have told me that I would be living here. You could Coachella is now a part of our full vocabulary. It is now something that we just go do the same way anyone talks about Ocean City or whatever beach is near you.
Right.
It's Coachella is happening. That wasn't in my 2011. That seemed like something that happened in outer space. Before.
Right.
And now it's it's so weird to think stuff that I was never even on my radar in 2011.
Yeah. Things we experienced, decisions we'd make, different jobs that we've been through have been a whirlwind since then. There's really been no straight and narrow path. Certainly no guide to get to this point to what priorities were. It's where are we going out on the South Side? Versus now we can't go to the South Side or we'll die. Priorities, man, changes.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
Because I see people tweet about it, but it's always like people our age. So I don't know if it's like over exaggerating what's happening, but like I heard it's bad.
It is bad, man. Yeah. We don't go down there. If we're out of there by 9 p.m., if we're down there for anything,
Jesus.
for like, cause there's some good restaurants and stuff like down there still 9 p.m. cause they have strong police presence. They have big lights that they put and light up on the street. They got rid of like street parking down there. And in terms of safety, there's been too many incidents within the past couple of years that, the bad news is that they're bleeding into all these people are leaving and coming to the areas now that our age people hang out in and thought, oh, good, we're getting away from that college crowd. Now they're bleeding into those areas and it's becoming like South Side 2 and 3, and it's kind of a mess right now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yikes. Man. Well, guess what? Let's start the brunch breakdown.
What's
up? It's DD out here in LA. Dan is in Pittsburgh. Chris is not feeling well, so he will not be here for the brunch breakdown. But today we've got a bunch of awesome topics. We're going to be talking the Folgers jingle. Might be getting a change or it might be getting sold. We're going to talk all about that here very soon. We got National Coffee Day talk. Jesse Palmer is now the host of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So we're going to talk about which reality show we would like to be the host of. And Eminem, he has a restaurant. It's called Mom's Spaghetti. We're going to talk about that and, maybe some lyrics that need their own restaurants. But let's get it started on the Brunch Breakdown like we always do with Dan letting us know how you can find the Brunch Breakdown, which is literally everywhere now. I can't keep up.
Literally everywhere. We don't need to sit here and list it new each and every week, but if you're new to the program, find us anywhere. Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, everywhere you can find audio podcasts. We're coming at you new every Thursday morning. Make sure you just hit subscribe or hit follow, wherever that is. Make it easy for you. You don't have to find the episode. You don't have to find the link. You don't have to wait for us. It'll be to you first thing in the morning. Of course, the full video episode's also available on Thursday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on our YouTube and our Facebook pages when those premiere, and they're on demand for any time that you'd like to watch those as well. Speaking of social media and Facebook, you can find us on basically all of those as well at Brunch Breakdown. Also on Twitter, Instagram, Triller, TikTok, and don't forget Sounds of Brunch playlist, new on Spotify every Friday. Talk about all the new music that we've got at the end of the episode here. You can find that playlist all in one place. Just search for Sounds of Brunch on Spotify.
Nice. And the playlists last week, pretty good. Broods.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You remember Broods from speaking of Coachella.
Oh, yeah. I was not ready. And produced by Carly Rae Jepsen. I was like, wait, I got to listen to Sounds of Brunch like right away. So, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All right, well, let's crack open some cold ones because it is now Brews Day on the Brunch Breakdown. Send us your brews, too, if you guys listen to Brunch Breakdown. A lot of you guys hit us up on Twitter and everything talking about the beers. Let us know which beers you're sipping on as well at Brunch Breakdown. All right, today I've got Passing Haze IPA from my friends at Ballast Point, which is, I just love Ballast Point. It's so good. Everything they do is great. And I hadn't had the Passing Haze. I always get the Sculpin. Talked about that several times, whether it's grapefruit or pineapple. But I'm going to go with the Passing Haze today. And I really like this beer too. There's really nothing. I don't think there's anything from Ballast Point that I haven't tried. Yeah, wow. I think because I love Ballast Point. I just love it. Yeah, big fan. And you can get Ballast Point pretty much everywhere. And just depending on what you're trying to get, you can get Ballast Point products anywhere. So, yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. And this is just a really good hazy IPA. Check it out. And I'm drinking it from the can this week.
Yeah, look at you. I love it.
Pounding it. What are you sipping on, Dan?
Well, for me this week, we have, if anybody caught our episode last week, it was almost on purpose that you weren't there, Dee. We know you had other things going on, but we kind of took advantage of it and made it all about fall. Chris and I did. So you're welcome, first of all.
Yeah, I know. And as you saw my post on Instagram, I was like, I hate fall. That's why I'm not here.
Yes, yeah. For sure. But with fall comes fall beers. And yes, specifically for me, we're talking pumpkin beers. And I've got my first pumpkin beer here today. Not my first I've had this season. As you know, I've been in that pool for a little while. It's warm. Come on in. It's lukewarm. It's fine. But I've got a wonderful one, probably one of my all-time favorite pumpkin beers coming from the good people at Cinderlands. They have a Star Crumb series, which is typically based around pies or desserts where you kind of get a graham cracker involved, graham cracker type of flavor involved with it. But this is a Tart Shake. They call it Tart Shake IPA. And this is Star Crumb pumpkin pie. And actually you've got pumpkin just glowing all over this amazingly beautiful can. Really nice.
like that.
So we've got pumpkin puree, baking spices, graham cracker, milk sugar, and vanilla beans in this bad boy. And it gives you a wonderful kind of pumpkin pie flavor. Stuff with pumpkin beers, they're certainly not all the same, and they're not all trying to be the same. Some are really focused on the pumpkin flavor. Some are trying to get you to make it taste like pumpkin pie. Some are a little sweeter than others. Some are trying to be a little bit more in the Oktoberfest realm, where it's more of just that cinnamon type of spice that you get as well, malty. But this is pumpkin pie in a can, and it's absolutely delicious from Cinderlands, the Star Crumb pumpkin pie.
Nice. I just got some pumpkin spice Dunkin' Donuts coffee because the wife loves it, and I'm like, I mean, it's good. It is good. I'm starting to. I'm getting. I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
Get in. It started with the apple crisp.
It might be your fault.
Coming into fall, we're ready for you.
God. Well, Dan, cheers. It's a brews day for this week.
The great brews day.
All right. Well, Dan, you get us started, man. Get it off your chest. We take random topics, get them off our chest. Dan, you go for it.
Well, this is certainly random indeed, and perfectly segueing from fall beers, pumpkin beers, things like that. Obviously, we're in the fall season right now, and we're a couple of weeks into the NFL season, a couple of weeks into the college football season. And at this time last year, we had nothing else to do except sit at home and watch football. And it was great. Right? We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. I don't even remember what wave we were going through. It was just weird. Dude, right? It's all starting to blend.
Was the NBA finals happening like this week? Or maybe they were over this. I can't remember. This is around that time when the Lakers won their silent championship.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. You're right. The Stanley Cup final was wrapping up. The NBA finals was wrapping up as well. So there was just a lot of great TV to watch. And so it made staying at home kind of easy. Well, fast forward 1 year later, and here we are. Not sure we're not fully back to normal, but there's a lot more to do now. And I can't tell if there are more things to do than ever before, or I'm just trying to say yes to as many fall activities because I missed a full year of fall activities. And it's very difficult, and I feel very overwhelmed with my schedule of events every weekend. Weekends don't feel like weekends anymore. It's just like we have things to do. We got places to go. We got people to see. Like there's fall festivals, right? Yeah. Trying to keep stuff outside. This is really it for the year. So trying to be safe and also trying to be outside while the weather's still nice. I mentioned watching football games. That's still part of the regular weekend schedule. But now going to football games is all of a sudden included in that again. The hockey season is starting soon. The NBA season is starting soon. Certainly don't care about baseball at this point. So fortunately, we don't have to worry about that on the fall schedule. But things like Oktoberfests, which have been going on for a couple of weeks in places that are still doing. There's a new thing here called the Three Rivers Beer Week happening in Pittsburgh. You're familiar with the city, with the rivers, three rivers that we have here. So it's Three Rivers Beer Week. Coming up next week, there's going to be a lot of brewery activities going on there, and that tickles my fancy. I talked to you about birthdays last week on the podcast, a number of birthdays in the fall, going away parties, slaw, you son of a bitch, have to worry about that too. So I just don't think I was fully prepared for life back into the fast lane and things to do That just seems like there's so much to do. And I can't tell if places are just going nuts because they can do things again and it's fall and we missed all the fall activities before, or literally that 1 year away shook me so much where I'm still like trying to catch my breath on just go after being at home for an entire year. So I love fall. I love the fall activities. The fall festivals are the best in my opinion, but oh boy, I wasn't ready for it. I just wasn't mentally ready for it.
I hear you, man. It does feel like that, but then it's like, oh wait, all these things are supposed to happen. But then you add in, like, especially here and on other places in the country too, you add in all these things that were supposed to happen in the summer that they're now throwing into September, October, and a lot of music festivals, a lot of, a lot of food festivals and stuff that were supposed to happen in the summer. That's when all that stuff happens, are now like, no, we can fit this in September. We can fit this in October. And it's like, holy shit. It's like, how many tickets do you need to buy for all this stuff? It's like, I mean, because there's a lot going on right now and it's kind of hard to choose. I hear you.
Yeah. It's very, you're right. All that summer stuff that has been pushed back and bleeding into fall too. It's difficult to choose because I just feel like, I hate saying no to stuff anymore after missing out on it for a full year. But when winter comes along, maybe it'll be a little bit better of a balance. Cause I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm exhausted.
Oh, and speaking of going away parties, all right, how many times does someone have to go away and come back before you're just like, we're not giving you a going away party again? We'll see you for the next one. At what point do you just have to cut it off? Because, like, this is like going away party number 5 for Sloth.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Like, shouts to you guys for, being his friend and doing it. But, like, I'm just like, why?
No, and it's funny. We've talked about Time Hop to open the show. It came up in my Time Hop not that long ago. His first, I think, farewell party. Goodbye, Sleazus. Round 1 just came up, and here we go again. Having another. You're right. I think 1 is appropriate. 2, you start to question. 3, like, no, forget. You're out of here. You're gone.
Slaw. Shouts to Slaw. Moving to DC. Oh, boys. All right. Well, I got to get this random thing completely off my chest, guys. All right. So the Emmys were a couple weeks ago, right? And I saw a lot of people who are anti-vaccinations or just hesitant on getting vaccines or mad because they have to wear masks, right? And so there's this meme going around that showed like the Emmys, the celebrities at the Emmys with no masks on, and then all the people that were working with masks on, okay? I wish people would reach out to me. I'm a person who's on sets literally like 3 or 4 times a week, right? I'm on sets all the time. This is how it works. The Emmys was literally just your favorite TV show filming. Just, it was the Emmys this year. There's no random people there. Everybody there is like tested. Everybody there is vaccinated, all these things. And the people who don't have to speak have masks on. That's how it is. Your favorite director of your favorite show on Netflix has a mask on the whole time. While people around him people who are talking on camera don't have a mask on. So like the Emmys was just like that. So I just want to tell people, you are dumb. You don't have to share a meme just because you think it looks smart, but really it's not. It doesn't make you look smart. You just look dumb because like you don't know what you're talking about. And I wish more people would just reach out to their friend who knows what they're talking about whenever they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because a lot of people make themselves look stupid. Guys, these memes, they're made to make you look dumb. A lot of them. 99% of memes are made to make you look dumb. Don't be dumb. That's all. Get that off my chest.
I love that. And especially shared by people that probably didn't watch a second of it and saw the headline and saw the meme and thought they should share because they thought what was going on was wrong, but have no information whatsoever on top of not actually watching the program.
Yes. Dude, another thing that annoys me too with that, it's like there's so much of a, oh my God, these celebrities, oh my God, these people, blah, blah, Hollywood. And I'm like, who the hell has kept you entertained throughout this entire pandemic? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't care if you're watching a documentary. You know where that documentary is made? Here. Like, you know where your favorite TV show is filmed? Here. You know where your favorite movie's filmed? Probably here. Like, it's all coming through here one way or another. And I'm like, just shut up. Like,
Yes.
if you are honestly somebody who is like, I hate Hollywood so much, I hate celebrity so much that you sit at home and you have no TV, you have nothing, then fine. You can talk all you want. Rip it all you want. But if you sit there and watch TV for a second, you just watch Jeopardy at night. You know where Jeopardy's filmed? Here. Yeah, and it's hosted by a child actress. Like, it's hosted by a child star. So please, save it. You all sound stupid. So stupid.
That's so amazing. And you're right that you're absolutely right in every point you made. It just had me thinking, though, when we were stuck at home and quarantined at home for such a long time or whatever, everybody was watching all those things and streaming all those things. Can you imagine if this had happened? Let's go back 10 years again.
Dude.
10 years ago when there was, Netflix was DVDs in the mail. There's virtually no streaming. You didn't have as many stations on cable. They wouldn't have had the technology to bring you movies that are hitting the movie theater and stream them to your home instead. And you wouldn't be able to go to the movie theater. What would y'all be watching then?
Thank you.
So be thankful for those people that kept working when they could to get you that content to get us through the past year and a half.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hell we would have done. And we talked about this on this podcast before. It's like, yeah, if the pandemic happened 10 years ago, 2011, back to that, what the?
Right.
I have no idea.
Ooh.
No idea. Like, there were because like Spotify wasn't around the way that it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Apple Music didn't exist, Tidal didn't exist, none of these things. Like, what the hell?
We've been spending a lot of money buying albums, even online, buying DVDs, buying things is what we would have had to have done. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh,
just
man.
10 years ago.
Now I just thought about how, like, a big missed opportunity from the pandemic during that time would have, like, you know how many Columbia House, like, CDs we would have bought? Like, the 20 for, like, 1 cent or whatever it was? Dude, they would have made a huge comeback with a pandemic in 2011.
For sure. Blockbuster maybe I had a chance.
Dude, Blockbuster would not be there, because there's only like one left in the whole country now or something. But yeah, and I still don't even get that really. How
there's a great documentary on it on Netflix. Speaking of Netflix.
Wait, there is?
Yes, it's called The Last Blockbuster.
Oh God.
It's really good.
All right.
It's really good. Check that out.
Writing this down.
Yeah.
We might have to make that something that we end up watching on here.
Blockbuster.
Speaking of which, to get it off my chest, Halloween Town. We are watching it. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. This movie we have not seen. All three of us have no idea. I've barely heard of the movie, but it's on every single Halloween list. And anytime I mention it on Twitter, I mention it to friends. They lose their mind because they're like, "You haven't seen Halloween Town?" I'm like, no. So we're gonna watch it.
That's gonna be our movie. Yeah. That's gonna be our movie. There's a lot of Halloween movies. Unfortunately, I've seen most of them. Every time you guys brought up a suggestion, I was like, yeah, seen it, and the sequel. But no, this one, you're right. Heard about it. A lot of people have seen it. For some reason, the three of us have not. So that's gonna be our movie we haven't seen. And we'll recap it here. Perfect in time for Halloween. Yeah,
it's gonna be very easy to find because the Freeform, the however many days of till Halloween thing has Halloween Town playing like 30 times.
Yeah.
So
there'll be no trouble finding it.
None. No trouble. Well, let's get into the main course. Dan, Eminem opened a restaurant that is full, just has Brunch Breakdown written all over it. Mom Spaghetti in Detroit. The famous lyric from song from 8 Mile, Lose Yourself. Mom Spaghetti. When you saw this, what went through your mind?
I was so jealous and excited. I needed to find out more, and putting it on my, if I ever visit Detroit, that's number one on my list. But after reading this story, I guess the second thing that stuck out to me is there was a pop-up at Coachella in 2018, and we had no idea. Yeah,
Wait.
see, you didn't even see that. Yeah. There was a month, because this started off as a pop-up
way.
restaurant in Detroit in 2017, right? And then they brought it to Coachella and Firefly, which Eminem headlined both in 2018 as a pop-up at both of those festivals. We were there and had no idea and completely missed out on it. So that's where I went from like jealousy to anger that we missed it.
Now I'm furious. How the hell did we? What the hell were we? Where? What? I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Where was it? How did we not know about this? I don't know what to do with myself right now. How did we miss this?
Yeah, that was the way. It was the me and you that year.
It was just us
two of us, and that was one of the best lineups. So we were everywhere. So I don't know how. I don't know how we didn't even hear about it, let alone find it. But yep, Coachella and Firefly both had Mom's Spaghetti on site, and we missed out.
Wow.
That'd be a nice change up from that pizza we basically have every night. You know, have some Mom's Spaghetti instead.
Is it spicy pie?
Yeah.
That's it. Anybody who goes to Coachella listening, spicy pie.
Spicy
you
pie.
know what it is.
You're not waiting in line 30 minutes for chicken tenders. You know, we're going for the spicy pie.
It's literally the safest thing, because every year Coachella is like, we've got this like crazy thing that we've got. I was like, no one's eating like, no, I'm not going to the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm going to eat the spicy pie. I know what that does to my stomach. We're good.
We're safe.
But like every year they like plug all this like insane stuff that they've got. And I'm like,
not for this. Not for this.
Not for this. No.
But Mom's Spaghetti would have been one where I'd have been on board for.
I'm upset. That sucks.
I'm sorry to take the wind out of the sails for this story. I thought you knew that.
I did not know that. I must have missed that in my reading of this story. I can't.
Yeah.
Wow. That was Bachelor, right? Yeah, that was Beyonce.
Yeah.
That year too. That's man.
The Weeknd, Beyonce, and Eminem.
Man, good times. 2018.
Look it up at the poster. Yeah, that was a great year. But
Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah. So Mom's Spaghetti opening in their permanent location in Detroit. If you haven't seen the 1980s style commercial that's airing in Detroit on television, please do yourself a favor and get to Twitter or Google and find it, because it's incredible.
Well, speaking of this Mom's Spaghetti, which is a restaurant that should have, 8 Mile's 20 years old this year, right?
Oh my gosh.
So this should have happened at least 10 years ago. Yeah. Like this Mom's Spaghetti restaurant. I think this could have been a chain by now.
We've got
10 years ago.
Great simple selections. Mom's Spaghetti, $9.
Yeah.
Mom's Spaghetti with meatballs, $12. And a quote unquote sketty sandwich for $11. And I was talking about this with Shannon. She was like, $9 for a plate of spaghetti. I was like, yeah. She's like, that's a lot. I'm like, it's $12 at Olive Garden. So no, it's not. It's not. And they're using house-made scratch sauce. So I'm taking it. Anything with Eminem's name on it, I'm definitely taking it. But $9, come on, anytime.
Well, have you thought of any other songs that need their own restaurants or their own establishment of some sort?
Of course, the Lady Marmalade Cafe. We all love that song from the movie musical Chicago. It could be a burlesque style cafe if you really want to spice things up a little bit, maybe at night. There's actually, yes, that's it. Because there's a place like this that actually just opened in Pittsburgh. It's like a coffee shop during the day, and then it turns into this like edgier cocktail lounge at night.
That's sweet.
Which I like a lot. So we just take that and spice it up a little bit, and it becomes burlesque and Lady Marmalade Cafe turned up at night. So yeah, that was the first one that came to mind.
Well, speaking of this, guys, Rap Snacks, Migos have their own chips. Yes. I've had these for a couple of weeks. So I missed the podcast last week, and I'm so mad I missed it. But guys, this Mom's Spaghetti thing fits right in here with this.
Yes,
Rap Snacks apparently Master P owns this company, and a bunch of different rappers, and I guess it changes from time to time. Right now, you can buy like Cardi B chips, you can buy Little Baby chips, and some others. But Migos sour cream with a dab of ranch chips.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Opening this up, as you see. The funny thing about this though, it's like you see Quavo there.
Yeah.
You see Quavo there. You see Takeoff there, but this looks like Cam Newton. This doesn't look like Offset. So I don't know who the artist was that kind of fell asleep at the wheel there, but that looks like Cam Newton. But anyways,
that's where Cam had to go when he, had to leave and he got tested in the wrong place. He was there in place to get his. They were just using his image and making the artistry for it.
Sour cream and onion chips, sour cream with a dab of ranch.
That's
sour cream with ranch. It's great.
Does it taste like sour cream and onion, or can you get the ranch too? Because I feel like those are kind of.
No, I taste the ranch. Just you're so used to saying onion, but sour cream with a dab of ranch. Migos, rap snacks.
Good, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
It's good. Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, that fits in perfectly.
I
had no idea. I had no idea.
I had to throw the sneak attack on you. That was, wow. I mean, yeah, right there.
Incredible.
Rap snacks approved. I can't wait to get the Cardi B. There's like, she's got like some kind of popcorn. It's got some fun name. But yeah, I'm on the lookout.
Okay. Yeah.
On the hunt.
Please do. Please do. That's good. That's way better than the mystery Pop-Tart, which still scarred me. I had another idea for a restaurant, keeping along of the cafe. This is maybe more of a dessert place, but the name of the place would be called Actual Cake by the Ocean, where they would actually serve cake on the beach there in beautiful sunny California. Actual Cake by the Ocean. If you know what that song kind of actually means, then you know why you need to throw actual in front of the words there.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Actual in parentheses. Cake by the ocean.
Cake by the ocean. You can have
otherwise you got a whole different restaurant.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, but a nice bakery dessert place right there on the ocean. I like it.
Yeah. And speaking of, I was in Target and I heard Levels by Nick Jonas, and I thought, write this bad boy down because this needs to be a nightclub. Levels. It just needs to be super high up. You go to each level. You just go super high up. It's like 72 floors. You party. I don't know how you get to the 72nd level, but we'll work that out when we're doing the business plan. But yeah, 72 floors, levels. You just party up levels. How far can you get there tonight?
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really good. I like that a lot. I mean, the Jonas Brothers are going to have an empire on their hands. We've got Kevin. We got to get Kevin a place. I don't know.
I don't even know if Kevin could get into levels.
Or could he?
Bouncer would be like, I don't know.
You? I mean, we have to find something else for him to do if we have the levels and the actual Cake by the Ocean shops. They're covered. I have a place that's more of a bit from the band name.
Okay.
But the band Bowling for Soup, you clearly have a bowling alley that serves soup. It's too good. It's too perfect. They got a bunch of soups there. So you're bowling for soup. You're bowling with soup, bowling in soup. Makes too much sense. How's that not open already?
Dude, I don't know how that's not open either. Like, come on, guys. Like, come on. Like, there's a million restaurants. Like, how is that not a thing?
Right.
Someone's had to have done that, and they turned it down. There's no... They're just
waiting for the right market or something. That's got to be what it is. They think you put this somewhere up north where it's, maybe you start in Canada where it's cold and they're loving themselves some soup most of the year. But you got a lot of soups there, soup across the board, bowling for soup.
Stronger, the gym. Kanye.
Ooh.
Kanye's gym is just called Stronger. Everywhere.
Yeah.
In the place, it just says do it bigger, better, faster, stronger. There's just all over the place.
The chorus just repeats the whole time.
Just repeats the whole time. That's all you hear is stronger and just a bunch of different ways. That's the whole gym. You're just at the gym. You're just listening to Stronger and a bunch of different possible ways. Maybe there's a country version of Stronger that plays at noon on Wednesdays. I don't know, but Stronger it just needs to be like Kanye's gym. Stronger.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. I love that one. Limp Biscuits, Unlimpy Biscuits. I was gonna go with unlumpy, but they're limp, so they have to be unlimpy biscuits from Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst ain't doing anything else right now, you know. we If you saw the Woodstock documentary, he's probably not trending in the positive light right now.
Oof.
So Limp Bizkit's unlimpy biscuits.
My God. Have we ever talked about that? The Woodstock doc?
No,
We've not talked about that.
we haven't. We haven't. I know I've watched it.
Yeah, I've watched it. That is a lot.
Yeah, we did. That's a topic. That's a topic right there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at some point. Completely forgot about that. But yeah, man,
There's a lot there.
Yeah, a lot there. We'll talk about that in a future episode for sure. The last one I had is there's a cake topper business that needs to be had by Beyonce. Love on top of your cake.
Oh man,
Cake topper. That was my first dance song, and I'm like, there's got to be something there. Oh yeah, cake topper. Love on top. Beyonce cake toppers. Yeah,
that's beautiful. That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect. I want to give credit to Chris for the one that he had. That's my list, but he went in the city. He loves. We have a lot of cafes here, so
yeah.
The My Friends Over You emo cafe. He says he's got a lot of emo ideas there. So the My Friends Over You emo cafe that can be right next door to Bowling for Soup.
Yeah,
I mean those work hand in hand. So
it could be in the same place because every bowling alley has a cafe next to it, or something, or something's connected to that building.
Yeah,
it's got to be right there.
And then you can have non-soup items there. If you want to get more substance, you go to the My Friends Over You emo cafe at Bowling for Soup.
That's right. And it's a perfect place to go after you just bowled a 90 or something, and you're just like, gotta go over there.
Right.
Gotta go to the emo cafe.
Amazing. All these ideas are great. Cheeseburger in Paradise has been around for years. Why is that the only one? There are way too many other really good ideas.
Seriously, why is Jimmy Buffett the only one that they just opened up a Margaritaville hotel in Palm Springs. They're popping up there's 4 of them now. Because I remember it was funny when they were like, oh yeah, there's the one in Florida. Now there's 4 of them in different places in the country or whatever. Because I know there's one in the Bahamas, of course, and there's one in Palm Springs, there's one in Florida, whatever. So yeah, why is he the only one that gets to do all this?
He's set that blueprint out a long time ago. I don't know why, and credit to Eminem for finally jumping on board. But too many missed opportunities, people. Don't let James Buffet be the only one profiting off of. I won't comment on the song, but a song lyric. I won't give my take, but I'll just say a song lyric. I almost said something that was maybe going to upset a lot of people.
It's like Olivia Rodrigo. Come on, get your Sour Patch Kids out or something. I don't know. Do something. Get Sour Skittle. Do something.
Yeah. A place called Good For You, but everything's just really unhealthy.
Dude, that's it. That's it right there. Good for you. They think they're going to a vegan restaurant, but really it's all just trash.
Right.
Just Burger King.
Like BTS, butter. Everything has butter on it. Just all made with butter.
Dude, come on.
This is free money, everybody.
Come on, everyone. It's like
Drake.
It's like Drake has a clothing line, but none of it is just really ugly, way too sexy clothes. Clothes that you're just that if you saw that person, you'd be like, wow, that person thinks they're way too sexy. Just ugly clothes. Just come on.
Yes, amazing.
Oh man, we could. I didn't realize how much fun this was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, all right. Well, let's get into the next one here. Jesse Palmer is the new host of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette franchise. He has officially hit the lottery and got the easiest hosting job in the world. And Jesse Palmer, who was on The Bachelor, and this is why he hosts all the things, because he obviously just a really nice guy, I guess. But
yeah,
I hate Jesse Palmer.
Let's go. But
I don't hate him. It's just that when I see Jesse Palmer, I'm like, man, me as someone who hosts things, I'm just like, that's such an easy job. And every time there's a show on ABC, he gets the hosting job. He hosted that surfing show this summer.
Mm-hmm.
He hosts every kind of dating reality, because any kind of dating game show thing, anything they do. He's been host on Good Morning America. They give him the easiest things possible to do. And I cannot believe but I can believe, and it just frustrates me because I'm not in competition with Jesse Palmer, but I feel like I am inside. Because man, oh man, he had to get it. And now he can keep that job for as long as he wants, as long as he doesn't decide to go on TV and start talking about, I don't know, how America should be. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Like,
so you're right. He's given a lot of easy assignments and gigs, but that aside, do you think he's good as a host? Do you think he does a good job?
I think he's fine.
Okay.
I think he'll be able to walk in and be like, all right, one last rose of the night, ladies. Like, yeah, he'll be able to do that.
We would perform the lines that are fed to him.
Yes. Do I think he'll be able to have any kind of like good conversation with whoever the Bachelor or Bachelorette is? No, not at all. And I don't think they'll make him do that. I literally think they will have him doing the bare minimum and not talking at all.
Here's why they have to, because he's way too good looking to be the host of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Okay. There are women on that show, whether there's 30 or 1. Always women on that show. And if you've seen Jesse Palmer, you said he won the lottery with this gig. He won the lottery when he came out of the womb and has all this athletic talent and looks like that at the same time. Like, spread some of it out. Spread the wealth out. Come on. No guy should have this much going on for him. It's just not right. So he's going to have all the eyes. There's been some guys on the Bachelor or a bunch of guys on the Bachelorette that look fine.
Yeah.
Good, average-looking gentlemen, have a good career, whatever it may be. Jesse Palmer is a good-looking individual, and he's going to have eyes going towards him for sure, even as host.
Yeah, that is a very good point, because there are some bachelors you're just like, I mean, I guess somebody thinks that guy's good-looking. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
Do you. But, like, Jesse Palmer's just, like, a good-looking guy.
Period.
And so once things start going south with them, they're like, can I talk to Jesse again? Can I talk to Jesse? Just to talk to him.
Right.
They'll start making up reasons to talk to Jesse. That's going to be a story in one of these seasons.
Yeah. They feel like he's got the experience, so he knows what it's like. And they're telling him all the secrets from everything that he hasn't been able to share with anybody else except Jesse Palmer. So this could get spicy and interesting, but
hold on. Is Jesse Palmer married? We have to find this out.
I think he might be engaged. I don't know if he's married yet, but we need to know, because I feel like he has to be married to agree to this gig, or else he's got a lot on his hands.
He is engaged.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I think he's engaged to a model. Surprise.
Yes. Big shock.
So he's got that going on for him.
Just let you know, big shock. She's super pretty, guys. Just, I don't know if you're shocked about that. But man, Dan Orlovsky has to be super mad. Like, other quarterbacks who are on like ESPN and shit trying to be hosts or whatever, they have to be super annoyed, because like they're not calling you up to Good Morning America. Like, they're not doing that. No, not calling you up.
No.
Because like, how can you be that good at things and then that good looking at the same time? Like, that's just, it's tough. You got it, because like Matt Liner is a good looking guy, but like he has the personality of like a carrot. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if he's not talking football, I don't know what else he's going to talk about.
Right.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, you're like right. And then like Dan Orlovsky is like really good.
Yeah.
Really good as an analyst, but he's just a, fine looking guy.
Yeah.
Fine looking guy who should be hosting The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, not Jesse Palmer, who's been on it and hosts everything else under the sun already. It's like, if you had no idea you were watching, if you had knew nothing about The Bachelor and you turned it on and you saw whoever the Bachelor is and Jesse Palmer standing side by side, you'd think Jesse Palmer would be the Bachelor like 9 times out of 10.
1,000%. Depending on how they start the show, if the first person you see is Jesse Palmer talking, like, wow, this is how this goes. The Bachelor like talks his way through this whole thing. Wow, that's cool.
Oh,
that's
new
how
style.
you think.
I like this. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you could host any reality show, Dan, what would you host? Which one would be yours?
I think it's a really, really interesting question. I think I would go with, I do love American Idol. I've always loved American Idol. I mean, I don't watch it anymore, but I used to for a long time. Seacrest is the GOAT at that gig, but I think I'd enjoy America's Got Talent. I think I want to go America's Got Talent because the variety of acts, you don't have to be super serious as a host most of the time or ever, basically, unless there's some like story associated with one of the contestants. But, you know, like Terry Crews is doing it now, right? We've had Nick Cannon do it before. They've had like everybody. And you don't have to be a super professional host. You can kind of be goofy. You meet all these wild and crazy talented people. You've got the weirdest panel of judges to deal with. And you're dealing with that live crowd that's exciting a lot. So I think that would be my first overall choice is America's Got Talent.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Just because that's just that's got to just be a fun job to have. There's just there's so many things going on and you just are like, what the hell? And I feel like most of them you're like, that's a talent? What the hell?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So no, that's fun. The Amazing Race for me, that's the show that I want to host because he just gets to do really cool things. Like he just does, and he just all he has to do is talk about what they're doing, and he goes. So you get to travel the world. You get to talk about all the hard shit that these people are doing. You do it in a cool way, all these cool setup shots, and then you don't have to do that.
Yes,
like you don't have to do any of that. I feel like the hardest part about that job is like the day that you have to wait for people to come in. So you're just kind of like chilling in the same spot for like 12 hours as people like as the teams like come in, then you tell somebody that, you know, they finished last and they have to go home. But that's the one for me because that just sounds like you get to do the best part of The Amazing Race, and that's just travel with all these people, and then you don't have to do any of the shit that makes them all want to kill their friends.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. Amazing Race is a great one. The travel involved with it, I had that on my list as one of the ones as well. One that's maybe a little bit sneakier, and you know, you call it's still reality show, competition show, Lip Sync Battle. Is that show even still on? LL Cool J. That's a great hosting gig. It's probably the easiest one in the world. So give me Lip Sync Battle if that's still going on.
Lip Sync Battle, yeah, that's a good one. The next one that I had was American Idol. Also, that's the one that I had next because like that show's just, I mean, like I would even do it now. Like it's just you get to be so dramatic on that show because like singers are so dramatic and like you just get to just be dramatic and the lights and all the stuff. Right. And just Ryan is the GOAT. So like there's no beef with Ryan with me. No.
Good.
Jesse Palmer.
Because he's like 5'3", so you don't have any issues.
Is he 5'3"? I don't even know.
He's short, dude. I bet you there's no way he's taller than 5'7". There's no way.
Did you have any others?
This one I have, so we covered American Idol. The only other one that it's technically a reality show, but I went outside the lines a little bit here, and you know, it's not a contestant show, it's not a competition show, but it's still considered a reality show. Give me Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. You can take a week off, guy. Let me slide in there. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. We're going to, call that reality television that needs a host, and Triple D is the one for me.
I love it. Another thing that I had here is like, I'm stretching a little bit here, is like, I just want to host like the reunion shows of reality shows.
Oh, yes.
Because all these people are so charged up. They're all, because it's a mix of like trying to make the moment so they can be more famous, and then also like having this animosity towards people. Yeah. And then the host is always just like throwing softballs. Right. It was like, well, when she said that, why did you throw the drink on her? And then shit just happens. And you're just like, oh, literally, like most of the time I'm watching you watch one of these things on like, whether it's 90 Day Fiance or one of the Housewives shows, oh, it's just like, just says, why? And then shit just goes down.
Yeah. It's like, it's not really working that hard.
No, you're not really working hard. You just have to know exactly like what word to say that is going to set them off.
Trigger word question.
That's it.
Good.
You just need a trigger word. That's all you need.
Yeah. By the way, Ryan Seacrest exactly 5'7". So there you go. Short.
Okay.
Short guy. But I do think in terms of the worst ones, I think The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is probably one of the worst ones to do because of you are putting up with a lot of drama constantly. There's not a whole lot of, it's just, even the rose ceremony, it's all just like drama, and you're having to deal with that. For the most part, you're in one location the whole time in that same house, not a whole lot of excitement there. So that's probably for a guy like Chris Harrison, not a great choice. For Jesse Palmer, he's going to have the time of his life. Yeah. But that can be tough. And I think Survivor is bad too. Jeff Probst have been doing it forever. But unlike the Amazing, like the Amazing Race, there's travel, but you're not going to anywhere good or interesting. Or I know they probably have him up. He's either on a boat, he's on a big yacht that he stays on, or they've got some huge tent and VIP accommodations for Jeff Probst whenever he's traveling to do Survivor. But still, it's always hot, gross. The people are gross, mostly dealing with that. Survivor's it's not a good one to host.
No, Survivor is the worst one to host because you go to a place and you're just there. You literally don't go anywhere. And these people are trying to win. And there's just nothing in that for you. Where The Bachelor, which I mean, great gig, but my problem with that show would be having to care. Because if there's anything about Chris Harrison that he did so well with that job was you'd be watching the finale special thing and you're like, oh my God, you actually care about this shit. Yeah. You really care about these people. Holy crap. And I would just be I couldn't fake that. I gave a shit about these people. Right. I'm not saying I wouldn't have fun. I'm saying I just, when you get down to these real conversations about these people who fell in love and got engaged in 6 weeks or whatever, and some of them came in 3 weeks in, so really they got engaged in 3 weeks, and you're just how am I mean, come on. Yeah. How am I supposed to believe this? But he does. And
you're right.
I don't know how he did it. But that would be the hardest part about that job.
Jesse Palmer's going to be tested. He's going to be tested because he hasn't had to care much for the stuff that he's hosted. So we'll see if he can get to another level here.
All right, Dan, let's get into National Coffee Day and this Folgers thing. I need you to explain this to me because I have no idea what's going on.
Yes. So ironically, in time for National Coffee Day, cheers to all the coffee drinkers out there, by the way. Folgers is in the midst of selling the rights to their jingle. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. We've all heard it time and time again. So the bidding started this week at $63,000, and there have already been 16 bids. Okay. Currently it stands at, as we're speaking right now, 70,700 is the bid. And the bidding ends this week. I think actually by the time you're listening to this, the bidding may have ended, but just for some background on whether or not this is a good investment. Okay. Royalties in the past 12 months for this jingle paid $11,000. And since 2011 has earned a total of $38,000. So the winning bidder will own the share of all public performance royalties for the song. So anytime that's played in a commercial, on TV, in a movie, traditional satellite radio, plus any internet streaming, you receive royalty from that. So pretty decent long-term investment here for the Folgers jingle. What do you think? Would you bid on the Folgers jingle for a long-term investment for you here? Do you think there's enough money to be made?
You gotta have, I don't know. It's I feel like you have to spend more money on top of the bid to get your money back. Mm-hmm. Because you have to then have Taylor Swift sing the jingle and put it on Spotify, and then you'll make all your money back quickly, but you have to pay Taylor Swift to do it. You know what I mean? Or you have to pay Ariana Grande to do it, or one of these signature voices that we have out here to do it.
It's a great point.
It would be smart for one of them to buy it. It would be smart for any musician to buy it and be yeah, I own the Folgers thing. It's my voice. I'm going to sing the Folgers song, and I'm going to make that money on it. Because like
genius. You're right.
That's where the play is that. That's how you make your money back. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's the way to go. And it's not like, I don't think it's unreasonably priced.
No,
it's not unreasonably priced, right?
But because you have to do something like that to get people to listen to it. Because it's the Folgers jingle. So like, I don't know how Folgers would make a comeback in any way, whatever. But like, you would have to do something else to get Folgers to get the jingle back on.
Yeah, it feels like they're hanging it, they're retiring it if they're selling the rights to it. Why else are they doing that?
Yeah, and it's like if somebody wants to do something with it, cool. That's why I really think this is a big opportunity for someone to invest in themselves. Maybe it's somebody smaller, I don't know, but like somebody has to do that. But you already have to have the money to make somebody else sing it.
Yeah,
or buy it yourself, Ariana Grande, and sing the Folgers jingle.
That's a great idea. I love that. Too bad we didn't come up with there's got to be a coffee shop idea with the song in the title that we could do.
Something.
Well, if we want to keep the safe version, coffee in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Miguel. Yeah. That would be an interesting coffee shop. Opens at like 9 p.m.
Right. Right next to Cake by the Ocean. They kind of work hand in hand.
Yes, hand in hand.
Kind of work hand in hand. Yeah,
Perfect.
But you're right. And it had me thinking about jingles. Like, are they trying to get rid of this jingle? It's been around for a long time, right? And I don't know if it's being used on commercial. I don't watch. It's probably played during the day, during soap operas and stuff like that, where I'm not watching TV from 1 to 3 or something like that. But like jingles are having a kind of a comeback. And a lot of companies are using jingles again. There's actually a genius one on right now. I think it's an insurance company or something. It's probably everything's an insurance company, right? That has a jingle. But NJM, and it actually stands for something else, but they're saying it stands for no jingles or mascots. And all their commercials are about cheesy jingles and mascots. And I think it's amazing. I think it's really good. But aside from that, if you had to invest in a jingle, if you could purchase the rights to any jingle that's out there right now, new one, old one, anything like that, or any that come to mind to you that you want to be like, yeah, this is going to be, I'm going to have the rights to this jingle, do whatever I want to it, and make money off of it.
Oh my God. My baloney has the first name. Like, come on, man. Like, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. And I don't know who I am. Maybe Meg the Stallion. I don't know. Something. But I haven't heard do something with my baloney has a first name.
Wow.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
We're doing something with it, and we're going to make all of our money back.
That's a great one. That's too good. Chili's. Baby back ribs. I want my baby back. Yeah. Come on. And you could do a lot with that too. You can get some artists to collaborate with that one. That one will never get old. They don't use it enough, but it'll never get old. Chili's, what are you doing? Come on.
Is that the conversation we're having? How do we get these jingles back? Because jingles are such an important thing. And also, I think television theme songs were so important too.
Yes.
Up until probably 10 years ago or whatever. Probably streaming has more to do with that than anything. But like, we're watching the morning show on Apple TV Plus, and they have this long intro, right? That you just don't see in shows anymore. The show had come back after 2 years because of the pandemic or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we watched it, and I was like, it just felt good to hear the intro before you see anything else. The intro goes, and it's not like an intro in the middle. It's just like, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah. There are we've actually started rewatching Entourage.
Oh.
And the intros.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. I don't know what it is, who it is.
I've never looked it up one time.
Right.
No idea.
When we watched it, it was on when we were in high school. That was always you'd always have to listen to that and watch that. You couldn't skip over intros like you can now on Netflix and stuff like that. And when we're rewatching it, Shannon's like, aren't you going to skip the intro? I'm like, no, not this one. So every time now she knows we don't skip the intro on Entourage. But you're right, for shows, that's a really great point too. We need more of that to come back. Some of these like all-time great jingles, Subway, $5 footlong.
Oh, $5
Like,
footlong.
That one was worth a lot. That one was worth a lot. Now the footlongs are like $11. Even on the special. But
like, do they even do that anymore? Like, because they even try to make a footlong $5 ever, because that was such a thing. And then it was like, wait, Subway footlongs are like $8 now.
Yeah. They're like, oh wait, we're not making any money doing this. Now they have to do the Subway refresh. Empire Floors, 800-588-2300 Empire today. I mean, classics, right?
Classics. My favorite though, and I think this is like such a jam. Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Oh my God, that
you like
jingle,
that?
To me, that's the best jingle possibly ever made. Cars for Kids.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you think that.
Incredible. Like, if you just, that song would just stay in my head all day long. Cars for Kids.
That one's rough for me. I know it word for word, and it's the TV commercials with it are bad too.
Oh, with the kids playing. Oh yeah, like completely offbeat. It's like, did you guys even have a song playing when you guys were doing this?
Right. Oh boy. You've got other giants, McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That one that's one you'd make a lot of money on right now because they're still using that thing.
Yeah.
Kit Kat, give me a break.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good one. And
then literally every insurance agency.
Whoa.
Literally everyone. Whose is the best and whose is the worst? So we've got State Farm, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Nationwide is on your side. Liberty Mutual's new one. Liberty. Or Farmers. We are Farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. You got a favorite and a least favorite out of that group right there.
Well, the least favorite is Farmers. Like, it's just the worst. They may have the best commercials though, but they have the worst end jingle. Like, we are Farmers. I was like, no. You ruin your commercials by doing that.
What did they turn down before they accepted that one being like, that's the jingle, that's the one? What did they turn down before those?
Listen, you are in marketing, and I've been in a lot of meetings where people had to make decisions like this, and like, I don't even know what I'm like. Whatever it was really bad. There might have been one good one that you're like, that everybody wanted, but then like your boss was like, nah, this is the one.
Yeah, this is
the one
for sure. I think that with the Liberty Mutual one too. When I first heard it, because that one's a little bit newer, and they just repeat Liberty. First time I heard that, I'm thinking, what are they doing? What is this? This is an absolutely terrible idea. And now it's just, you hear it and it's just ingrained in the commercial, and now it's just a part of it. And it's literally just saying the first word of their name. I think it's, that one's pretty rough too.
Just think about how pissed you had to be. Like, you had, like, it's Jingle Day and at Liberty, and the person comes up and like, that's the jingle, and everyone's like laughing. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're gonna pick that one, sure. And then like, you just made this jingle that talks about like the United States of America. It talks about whatever. It's got this really quick, catchy line. You're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Liberty, freedom, liberty. And they're like, yep, good job, Joanne. You got it. Liberty. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, just think about that. You know, on Jingle Day at Liberty, on that day, like, there were mad people that were like super pissed because like,
absolutely,
Joanne just like came in and was like,
did the goofiest thing ever. And
done.
That's the one they picked, and I was on every commercial. Yeah, jingles are out there, man. Klondike. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah.
I mean, you start to
people
think,
shaving their eyebrows and shaving things on those commercials right now.
Wacky, right?
Wow.
Yeah. But there was a survey put out. I think this was this year. Quality Logo Products has a blog about it, but it's the America's Best Remembered Jingles, and actually one that we mentioned came in first. Nationwide Insurance, Nationwide is on your side, came in first as the most remembered jingle, followed by I'm Loving It from McDonald's at 2. Ricola came in at 3. Genius
Yes.
jingle.
Yes.
Surprising ones to round out the top 5 here. Snap, Crackle, Pop, Rice Krispies came in at number 4. And then They're Magically Delicious by Lucky Charms came in at number 5. So those jingles are good. SpaghettiOs is on here list. Campbell's, the old Toys R Us one. One of the worst. Every Kiss Begins with K, if you ask me. Chia from Chia Pet. I mean, wow, this list goes on. Huggies, Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. Holy shit. It's just so awkward to read. Oh, man. The Clapper. Too many good ones. I wish we could go on and on.
The Clapper. Whoa.
Right? That should make a comeback. Sell that. Yeah. That'd be, I'd invest in the Clapper. Because I feel like those commercials would be a huge hit right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like screw your Google lights in your Google phone, just the Clapper and you're done.
Dude. And that there is a great line in Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow where the music stops and he claps 3 times.
Right.
That's it right there. Yeah. That's it.
Jingles, that's man. It. They're still around. They're still alive.
Dude, bring more back. We need more jingles.
We need more jingles. Yeah. More jingles and more TV show intro songs, theme songs. Yes. Give us those back.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Entourage, before we get to what we're listening to, how's the rewatch going of Entourage? Because we tried to do that and it didn't go too far. We probably will end up doing it more, but like we were wild in 2004.
Yeah. We're into season 2 right now, and there are certainly a fair share of uncomfortable moments watching it. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's not quite. I thought I was going to get more enjoyment out of it. It's still a good TV show, but you have to put yourself in that mind frame. And boy, have we come a long, long way since then. So. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. It's eyebrow raising for sure.
Yeah, there's an episode in season 1 where Jessica Alba, who is a billionaire off of baby products now, is trying to set her friend up to have sex with Vince. The whole episode, trying to get her friend drunk to have sex with Vince.
Yeah,
and it is the most uncomfortable thing. In the world.
That's a show that's not standing the test of time too well, and as we go further into the future, that's going to be a harder and harder rewatch. So yeah, it's rough.
Well, let's get into what we're listening to. Dan, what are you listening to this week, man?
So first one for me is a truck. Yeah, a big truck.
Okay, truck.
A track that just dropped on Tuesday of this week. So just a few days ago, Paris, of course, why the hell not? I mean, I'm going to put them on the playlist every time they release a song. They got their photos right over my shoulder. It's going to happen.
And we don't expect anything less, Dan.
Good. All right. We all know we have our zones here. We know what Chris has his zone. I have a zone. Your zone isn't as bad, but I've got a zone there with Paris. And as long as they keep releasing great songs, I'm putting them on the playlist. So it's called Burn It All Down, but this is actually newly released for League of Legends, the online game, whatever. There's a soundtrack, something, I don't know, that has to do with the video game. So it's kind of released for that. The song Burn It All Down is very thematic and kind of powerful, and it is certainly written for a video game or even a movie. It still has that kind of new era Paris sound, which is mostly electro and synth now, but doesn't really stray away too much from the alternative roots. So I think it's a banger. It's really good, and a very cool thing that they've done with this online gaming community. So Burn It All Down from Paris.
Love it. Alessia Cara just put out her album In the Meantime. I am a huge Alessia Cara fan, and I love this album, and it's just really good. If you like Alessia Cara, you like really deep songwriting coming from girls' perspective, I really love it. There's a song called Box in the Ocean that I really like, because it's basically just about, holding things in, not opening up in a relationship. And it's just a really good song. So check it out. Alessia Cara, Box in the Ocean.
She's great, man. She's great. Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm putting Coldplay and BTS on the playlist. My universe. Well, boy, when I saw this collaboration, I thought, what in the holy hell is this going to sound like? And honestly, there aren't many artists or groups that can have BTS as the feature in the song, right? That can say, go to BTS and be like, hey, we want to feature on a song. And they're like, who are you? Like, no. You see how many streams we have? So Coldplay, one of those groups, right, that has the weight to be able to do something like that. So it's not some super, dancey track, which I thought maybe was going to go that way based on some of the singles Coldplay's released already, and BTS has been on an absolute roll with that, but it's still really, really good. It's still a really good song. It's getting a lot of radio play right now in anticipation for Coldplay's album being dropped on October 15th. I know they're very, people either love Coldplay or they hate them. There's no in between. They're kind of polarizing, but I dig this song, My Universe from Coldplay and the Good Boys of Butter, BTS.
Nice.
The restaurant.
The restaurant we're talking about, not the song. The restaurant. Yeah. Did you see Billie Eilish and Phineas singing Fix You with Coldplay? Yeah.
No.
Fix You. Yeah. Golden Citizen, the Global Citizens Festival, that big thing they do every year. They came out at the end of Coldplay set. I believe it was Fix You. Yeah, it was Fix You. Yeah.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite songs of all time.
And Billie Eilish and Phineas come out and sing it with them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta check that.
It's pretty sweet. In the time I missed last week, I put Dead Right Now on the playlist, but Lil Nas X's album, Montero, is the album of the year. A lot of albums we've been talking about this year.
This isn't even the brunchies, and you're coming out already.
Letting you know right now. And hey, lots can happen in the next, I guess, 3 months, but probably not. This is the album of the year. I can't believe it. I don't know what I expected from Lil Nas X's debut album to happen. I didn't know, but this is so good. And it came out at the perfect time, honestly, because we had the bloated Drake and Kanye albums. We've had a lot of people not release albums, just release singles. Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak. Where the fuck is the album? I'm so pissed.
Right.
Where is the album? Honestly, where's the album? But he puts this project out, 15 songs. There's a beginning, a middle, an end. It is very digestible. I think it's 40 minutes long, 43 minutes long, something like that. And it is so freaking good. And I just want to put on this playlist, Sun Goes Down, I'm going to put on there, and I'm going to put Scoop on there, which I think is going to be a huge hit. But this album's just super good. Shouts to Lil Nas X.
Really good.
As fun and as funny as he is and all that, this album's pretty serious at certain points, and it's very light at certain points, very deep at certain points. It's just, people can still put out an album. You don't have to bloat it with a billion songs, and he did it. So
right,
shouts to him.
Yeah, it's great. It really is definitely a nominee for sure. Speaking of albums, we're waiting for them to come out. What's up with this new Kendrick project? I'm hearing been teasing it for so long, this new style and whatever he's going to do, but nothing. What's going on, man?
Nothing.
Man. We're waiting. Last one I have is, I'm keeping it true Chris Gates style. We're going to go to a throwback this week, but not one that anybody knows. So it'll sound new to everybody. And I saw this, I thought of this because I saw a new song that came out this past week by this very name, the name of the band. There was a song released called Magic Man, and it made me think, wait a minute, that's my band, the band Magic Man. So they existed they didn't really have a long history, and that's why nobody knows who they are. They were only around from 2012 to 2016, put out one album, a couple EPs. And then after 2016, they kind of had some member changes, and they were trying to fill some gaps in and still doing some tours and stuff like that. And then when it was just the two founding members left, they decided to kind of hang it up, go their separate ways, do other things, which bummed me out big time because I absolutely loved this band. Was lucky enough to be able to see them live in that small window that they were around. They're incredible live. So their 2014 album Before the Waves is just amazing front to back. One of my favorite songs off of that is called Paris. That might be a song that some people have actually heard before, probably the one that got the most radio play, but it's also one of my favorites. Again, the group Magic Man. I'm going to throw Paris on the playlist this week.
Nice. I like it. I can't wait to hear it. And I've probably heard it before. We'll see. The last one I want to put on the playlist is the Jonas Brothers put out a new song, Who's in Your Head. This song's pretty great. I feel like if there's anyone who doesn't need to be trying this hard to put out good music, it's the Jonas Brothers. Like, what's the point? They don't really need to. But man, they are making some of the best goddamn pop music, like, period.
Honestly.
And it is just, the hooks are insanely catchy, everything. It all started when they came back with Sucker, and it's just, anytime they drop music, it is just a great, digestible pop song that you're going to, like, I'm sure we're going to hear the song for like 4 months. Like, it's just going to be playing everywhere. Like, this song is just another earworm by the Jonas Brothers. Like, shouts to them. Like, yeah, Who's in Your Head?
Yeah, they didn't have to come back together to form the Jonas Brothers again, but I'm kind of glad they did because the music they're putting out is kind of unbelievable. And just a final note from Chris, he wants Florida University on the playlist again, based on some intertexting amongst the group. So that's Chris's contribution for this week, but it'll still be a great playlist.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Dan, any final thoughts, man? You're on the Brunch Breakdown.
Anybody wants to get going on actual Cake by the Ocean Cafe, Bowling for Soup, Limp Biscuits, Unlimpy Biscuits, hit us up at Brunch Breakdown. We are ready to invest and we've got the construction team ready.
And Bologna, Bologna by Meg Thee Stallion coming soon.
Right.
That's the Brunch Breakdown. We're out.